In case you hadn't already worked out, I love doing little experiments to find out what my hair does and doesn't like. And today is no different. What I'm going to look at today is the comparison between diffusing and air drying refreshed hair. Okay, so my hair is slightly damp. I've just done my normal refresh routine, and for those of you that haven't seen it, I will post a link down in the description box. So what I'm going to do is diffuse this side of my head and let this side of my hair air dry, and I'm going to time how long it takes to do each and then compare the results. So that's this side of my hair diffused. You can see it's starting to form a little bit of a cast. That took just over 6 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is set a timer for how long it's going to take this side of my hair to air dry. And in the interest of fairness, I will add 6 minutes on to the final time. Quick time update. It's been 55 minutes and my hair is still damp. I'd say it's about 50% dry, so I think it's going to be at least another hour. I did notice when my hair cooled down after diffusing, it was still slightly damp, so I came back up and I diffused it for another couple of minutes. So I'm going to put the final time of diffusing this side of my hair as around 8 minutes. Now compare that to this side of my hair. It's been 1 hour and 53 minutes and it is still round the middle part of my hair where it's thickest. It is still slightly damp. So I think it's safe to say that one of the pros of diffusing is it's a lot quicker. I also like to diffuse my hair sometimes because it gives my waves a little bit more of a bounce. I personally prefer how my hair looks when it's closer to the curly side as opposed to waves. So you can see ever so slightly, diffusing does give a little bit of shrinkage, and this side of my head is a little bit more bouncy and a little bit more voluminous when compared to the air dried side. However, you can probably tell that the frizz on this side is a little bit more prominent than on this side, and that is one of the downsides when it comes to diffusing. Also, I've noticed particularly if you're one of these diffusers who scoops the hair up into the diffuser bowl once you've diffused the roots naturally, it does sometimes disrupt the curl pattern, and especially towards the end, as the hair gets drier and drier, it does start to lose that natural curl formation. Now, I know some hair can be diffused on cool, which I know is recommended. However, my hair takes so long to dry, case in point, that I do have to do it on a medium heat, high speed. And this isn't necessarily a good thing for my hair because my hair dry does get quite hot. I do keep switching to cool every so often, but that does then prolong the drying time. So you've got to sort of weigh up the pros and cons there. However, obviously the more heat you use when you're diffusing your hair, the more at risk it becomes to damage. And this is where air drying has the upper hand. Because there's no heat, there's no manipulation involved, it's a lot gentler on your hair. So if your hair is particularly prone to breakage, air drying will probably be better than diffusing. As you can see, it also doesn't result in as much frizz as diffusing. And because you're just generally leaving it alone, it does allow your curl pattern to do its own thing. It is sort of recommended if you're air drying to sort of keep constantly moving to get that air circulating through, but you don't want to be manipulating it too much. So as a result, the curls are allowed to just do their own thing. However, if you're leaving all that water weight in your hair as you're air drying, it can cause the waves to drop. So you do lose that shrinkage and bounce if that's what you're looking for. Now, obviously the big thing I need to mention here as well is how much more time consuming it is. 8 minutes compared to 1 hour, 53 minutes, still not 100% dry. On days where I don't have to be anywhere, I will quite often just wash my hair and let it dry naturally throughout the day, maybe every so often giving it a little fluff just to stop the roots sticking down. But 2 young kids, I don't often have time to do that. And that is where the diffusing does have the upper hand because it is just so much speedier. I also don't get as much of a cast when I air dry. Now this isn't really an issue in the grand scheme of things because at the end of the day it doesn't matter if your hair has a cast or not. I just find when my hair has a cast that I'm able to break, the curls and waves do last that little bit longer in between refreshers and wash days. So there we go, there are both pros and cons to diffusing and air drying, as with anything. Thank you guys so much for watching. That about wraps it up for today. Let me know in the comments how you prefer to dry your hair, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you soon. Bye bye! That's recording. Blind as a bat. Yeah, thought so. Cheeky ring light sneaking in there. And as a result, you do lose that shrinkage and bounce. Bounce? I feel like a weather girl sounding with my hair like this. Hair? Oh. Yeah, that's all I need to say.